The stone was sealed. A heavy silence settled over the garden as night held its breath, mourning what had been and fearing what might never return. The city slept under the weight of grief. Disciples were hidden, hearts broken, the world dimmed. Yet within memory, a single promise quietly endured. Before dawn, faint stirrings traced the horizon. A hush-like prayer rose with the first trembling light, carrying hope fragile and new toward morning. Women walked softly toward the tomb, burdened by grief and love. Their footsteps paused between despair and the possibility of mercy returned. A low wind brushed olive trees as they drew near. In each anxious breath, they carried the memory of his voice, his touch, his final goodbye. They found the cover moved, the seal undone. Confusion gave way to wonder, wonder to awe, and awe to the first stirrings of uncontainable joy. The tomb stood open, dark within, yet not empty of meaning. It held an absence that spoke louder than any silence had before. Light spilled into the chamber like a promise fulfilled. Dust motes danced in golden shafts, revealing linens folded where death had claimed, and now released. An angel sat where sorrow had been expected, voice gentle, eyes radiant. He spoke words that shattered grief and rebuilt faith in a single breath. He is not here. He has risen. The sentence fell like dawn, rearranging despair into hope and fear into a trembling, reverent joy. The women listened, hearts racing, tears mixed with laughter they did not yet understand. The world pivoted on those words, quietly and irrevocably changed. They ran back through the garden, the message unfolding across their lips, each step faster, each heartbeat a drum of new life. Peter and John hurried, hope and doubt tangled together. They moved with the clumsy urgency of those who love and cannot yet comprehend mercy's reach. Inside the tomb, linens lay as if emptied by invisible hands. Evidence of departure, not violence. The scene held a sacred stillness that pointed beyond itself. Memory rose like fragrance, his teachings, his touch, the way he loved the weary. Those memories now carried a brightness they had never known before. By the roadside, a figure walked, at first unseen, then recognized in a glance that unfolded like sunrise. His presence turned awe into speechless worship. Their worship spilled outward, gentle and fierce. In bowed heads and lifted hands, the truth settled. Death did not have the final word. Throughout Galilee and beyond, stories spread like light through glass. Short encounters and familiar bread shared became proofs tender as love itself. On the lakeshore, he prepared a simple meal, bread broken and given. It was ordinary and holy all at once, a communion of presence. He walked among them in fields and rooms, teaching again with gentleness, reminding them of a law written in mercy rather than fear. Doubt became a doorway when met with compassion. Hands that reached for proof were met with wounded grace, and belief deepened, not by sight alone. He sent them out to carry the same forgiveness, the same joy. Their mandate was simple and magnificent. Love, tell, and serve without counting cost. As they left, the sky seemed to hold its breath, watching the spread of a story that would cross centuries and change countless hearts. At the mount, he blessed them, eyes full of heaven and earth. His touch lingered as he entrusted them with a sacred continuity of love. He lifted not in absence but in sending, The farewell carried a promise, presence beyond place, guidance beyond sight, an abiding spirit to dwell within. They watched stunned and grateful as heaven met earth in a gentle ascent. The moment was a benediction, a seal on the work of grace. Silence followed, filled now with possibility. The disciples returned transformed, carrying both sorrow's memory and the mandate to bear witness to new life. Across generations, that first dawn has echoed in whispered prayer and bold proclamation. The resurrection breathes life into hope deferred. He is risen. He lives. We carry this light forward tenderly and boldly until every heart knows the morning that never ends.